by in unpredictable times. Still, we are living completely in the unknown. With everything that's going on globally, you might be uncertain, you might be worried about the future. We don't know. Be it on a personal level, be it on a business level. However, today, we want to focus on the positive, on opportunities that might arise out of these challenging times. Let's start with some facts. We know from neuroscience perspective, thoughts can have an effect on our body as our thoughts carry energy. A person has around 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. Imagine 60 to 70 thoughts per day. Most of them are unconscious. Unfortunately, most of them are negative. And I think this is a point which I want to stress today. Thoughts we think create our reality. Therefore, we are the creator of our own life. This is a very important point, and we have to be aware. We have to be conscious about how we think and how we speak. I like to highlight that every single word we speak, every single thought we think has negative or positive effect in life. Suppress emotions such as doubt, frustration, in these times, fear and similar, can cause blockage to our chi, to our energy, which might cause all kinds of illness. We have to know that we can turn stress hormones on alone by thoughts. This is incredible. I think some people don't know this. Negativity is creating stress, which is creating illness, like it starts with headache, depression, cancer, etc. All this knocks down our brain, our body, and our immune system out of balance. When negative thoughts can make us ill, positive thoughts can make us well, can make us happy, and can make us healthy. Personally, I have seen this quite often. There are a variety of tools, of techniques, with which we can change our negative thoughts to positive behavior. And let me name just a few. There is, first of all, breathing techniques. I tried them, I exercised them, I learned them in Bali. Another tool is go out in nature. This is just one of the best things to get fresh air, bring oxygen to your brain. Next one is listen to music. Another one, very simple, is smile. Smile will reflect to you. Exercise. Don't underestimate the power of exercise. 20 to 30 minutes per day. Take your time and exercise, whatever you want to do. If it's walking, it is yoga, it is bicycling, whatever. Just do it for you. Next one is meditate. It's all about mental well-being. The next, you will know probably, eat healthy. And the last one I would recommend is gratitude. At the end of the day, write down in the evening 4 positive momentum you had during your day. And do this every day for 4 weeks. And you will feel positive, enormous change. Change is life, and life is change. And change is the only constant. With the following, let me summarize how we can use this time we are living now positively for us. This period gives us time, precious time for reflection. We have time to look inside us. It's all about us. We have to start with our own person. Focus on breathing again. Invest your energy into the future. My advice, especially in these unpredictable times, with so much information, try to find whenever, wherever, the positive momentum. Control your thoughts, control your words. So you see positive everywhere, and everywhere is something positive. We know this. Let me finish this talk with the words of George Bernard Shaw. Live life with open eyes and with an open heart. Thank you.
Well done, very good indeed, yes. That's a very, really inspiring sort of talk. Thank you very much. I very much appreciated that. And let me just say, ask really if someone wants to ask some question to you before I just do the vote of thanks. But Annick, would you like to ask any question to actually Ulrike?
No, I haven't got a question, but I think I like this thought about at the end of each day, write down some positive moments, some positive words. I think that's so useful. I think I used to do it, and then I haven't done it for a long time, and I think, you know, it's so important.
I think the important thing is to take the time.
You have to do it for 4 weeks at least, yeah.
Yeah, I think taking the time to do it is good. But I think I'm glad to see that you're smiling as well. So it's always good to smile. It's one of the important things to do because it's positive really for an interaction that you have with people. You know, smiling to other people really when you talk really is always attracting positivity anyway. It's true. I mean, I always say that. But yes, fantastic technique. Of course, I mean, people forget actually to do that really from time to time. And of course, really other people really can't do it anymore. For example, lots of exercises now, really people are actually disabled, really sadly. But there are some things you can do in different ways, it's true, even for people with severe disabilities as well. But the reflection is true, it's very good. I mean, for me, really, I remember I did a course once and I think I had to write really all these gratitudes really onto cards. And so I'm saying really, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for my life, grateful for my house and all of these sort of things that you can actually think that you take for granted in a way. But suddenly, the more and more you say really, oh, actually, I'm actually quite grateful to quite a lot of things in my life, it's true. And then, you know, it's somehow really all the negativity, which of course we're full with it, really of negativity at the moment now with the news, internationally with COVID-19 and so on. But in effect, really a lot of people has actually got closer to each other, particularly in the bubbles that we live. I mean, I find really now that actually I'm more suddenly realized, gosh, I'm really pleased to be with my partner because now I know that we can really, really live together. You know, because we don't normally live together at home 27 because most of the time we work in different places. But now we have both been working at home as well for the last few months as well. I mean, not today because now I had to go to the center in London. But it is true that we actually find out really a lot more about people in this confinement in a way. And I thought really it was really very good. And going to Belgium and seeing my bubbles over there in Belgium as well was actually very good as well, because we sort of not actually having huge interaction with people, which of course you missed. I mean, I've got a dinner coming up now well, on the 23rd. And we were actually wondering actually if we were going to be able to do it. But because, of course, with this government, we have actually no idea what's happening. I think in Switzerland, it's probably better really off because I know that actually really...
they change from one day to the other. It's very difficult really to travel. One day until the end of August, we did not need to wear masks in the shops.
Yeah.
And from the 31st of August, all of a sudden they changed the new law, and so we have to wear masks when we go to shops. But for the rest, we are quite independent.
Yeah, they did a lot of U-turn here, I suppose, in UK as well. But it is, I suppose, I mean, in Belgium now we have to wear masks as you come outside of your home. So anywhere in the street, shops everywhere, you have to actually, I was surprised when I went back only 2 weeks ago to see that. And I just thought, wow, that's very surprising. But it seems to work because people are actually, there's a lower rate of infection in Belgium now. Even though really it'd been made for UK part, they say that Belgium had a higher rate. So we don't know actually who to trust really in a way. But as long as we keep really safe on ourselves and take...
I think the best is
I think
don't
you're
trust
right,
anybody.
Crazy.
I know.
So Ulrike, what is this talk based about? Is this your life experience? Something you have? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's a kind of life experience. I went through many situations in my life. We had a clinic. I was studying psychology. And in the last, let me say, 2-3 years, I shifted a little bit to the spiritual way. I have a wonderful guru in Bali, and just before the lockdown we had in France, where we had no permission to go out at all, I just came back from Bali, and we are still in contact. And I think we, in our world nowadays, before the coronavirus, everything was taken too normal. It was in a way too much. When I say this, when I live in Monaco, what you see is that I'm there for now about 20 years. The development is so extreme. It's so, we have pollution, nobody's caring about it. We have everything you want, and people are no more aware about it. So I started also to help and give talks to people who are starting with depression, who felt lost in a way with this situation, which came up all of a sudden. And Macron, of course, he was doing this in a very strong way. Merkel was doing slowly. Switzerland, people could even go out, they could have picnics outside, while we were forced to be at home. And people who have not a balcony or a garden or something, these families were stuck in their apartments, in their houses, and the EU and Brussels, I have to say, they don't think about this, right? And I will finish this with the last point because I was also in education. I was setting up a new school system in Germany a long time ago. So you see, I did quite different things in my life. I think it's cruel for kids and children to ask them to wear masks because nobody can tell you, is it really the virus? What is behind the whole story? Do we know this? I doubt a bit. We have no evidence. We have difficult situations, of course, but we just checked the percentage in Switzerland was almost 3% of people who died. Is this really because of the coronavirus? It's a question.
Mm.
And I just want to support people, right?
Mm. Okay.
For me, just in response to your presentation, we do our positive affirmation slightly differently in my little business, where starting in 1998, we've been virtual ever since. The joke used to be that the organization required 8 back bedrooms and 8 modems, and we used to do a Friday fax, so that takes people back possibly. But we now do it by email, but the team are all required to do good and new on a Friday in preparation for the following week, and that seems to work quite well.
Right, I don't know where that one comes from. Ah, yes, sorry. I could see it was actually a little bit of an yes, excellent. Well, thank you very much indeed. It's really good, but it's all very positive. Actually, we seem to be quite positive with ourselves. I have no idea what the other people are doing really on the things, so they're not seeming to join us, but I will post really these things, and I think I'll end up there now, but not really without saying really thank you very much, Ulrike, really for coming to speak to us about it. And I will put that talk really on YouTube, so that will for you really to put it anywhere you want as well. And I think hopefully the members will pick it up from there too. Very naughty people not actually really joining us this evening, but that's really that. But I mean, I will stop the recording now.